Hey, Menacing Valley community. This is the Board of Education meeting for September 19th. So, it's a long one. So if you have some laundry you can pull up, if you have some dinner you want to start, whatever it is, it's about an hour long. So, put it on in the background. Let's hang out for an hour. But anyway, let's just give you a brief overview. So the meeting starts, as it always does, Pledge of Allegiance. Then there is a portion, just for you guys who don't know, there is a portion where you can have a public comment. So you get 4 minutes. It starts right then. So don't be late for a meeting. If for anything, be like 5 minutes early so you can sign your name, because they do take it right at the beginning of the meeting. And you can pretty much bring up anything you need to bring up. The board does like that you go up the chain of command. So if there is something that happens at like a school level, you go to the school first and then go that way. But other than that, the board is, and I know from experience, they are very, very interested in what you have to say. And they encourage very, very much that you come to the meetings and tell them whatever you need to tell them. They are very, very receptive to anything you may bring to them. So anyway, in that public comment period, there was one speaker, and that was myself. And the reason why I did it was, well, I thought about it a little bit, and I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I kind of just trust my instincts on if I should say something or not. And it was at the last minute, I just wrote my name on because I did feel like, I just wanted to know a little bit about something that was on the board agenda that I read about, and it was a query just to see if I can get some more information on what was going on. But I guess it was also a way to show that the public, if you do have a concern, you're more than able to bring it to the board, no matter what it is. If it affects you directly, if it doesn't affect you. So anyway, I kept getting something in my head like, this is for a greater purpose. You might not get the answers to this particular question, but there is something more to it. So it's right in the beginning. So after this intro, you will see my comments. And if you have any questions about it, please just let me know. So then after that, there were 2 students that came in and they talked about, it was being band majors. It's really cool seeing kids come in and talk about their craft. So that was really neat. And it's good for the board to see that as well. They get to see all the fruits of the labor of the district when certain people come in and they talk about what they're doing in the district. Then after that, some procedural stuff. Then there was Christian Otto was talking about the storyboard. And pretty much just let me know what you guys think about it, because I thought it was pretty interesting. They said that it's a curriculum storyboarding. It's to engage teachers, students, and family, parents in the learning experience that's going on at Menacing Valley. It's a 2-year process. Right now it's middle school and high school. You'll be able to access every class that your child is taking in whatever grade they are in. And it helps to teach why they're learning what they're learning in each subject. They said that they can even go down to physical education, and it will be on the website. I don't know if they said it's going to be on School Tool or if it's just going to be on like a particular part on the website, but they're using something called EduPlan 21 as a company. And they have like a mentor that comes out and is helping them to implement this. I guess it's going to take 2 years to maybe like roll out. And then I think it span every grade, but right now it's just in the middle school and in the high school. Board members asked some great questions on it. Some things if things that popped into my mind, I was like, I wonder how much that costs. And I wonder if they can show what's going on in health class, because I always wondered what the state deems necessary to teach our kids. So that would be really cool if that subject is in there as well. And then there's some other things like the finance part. There's some things with personnel that needed to be, those are just like things that happen every board meeting. And Then we got down to a section that you may be like, you gloss over, but this is actually really important. And I think several of the board members had their finger on the pulse on this, and that is a comment period for board members. This is a little inside baseball. If you don't know, that the board members really can't talk outside of board meetings. So they only have a very small window where they can talk. I mean, they have executive session, but that's only for certain things. You can't bring up everything. And if you have a board agenda, you really kind of have to stick to that. So if something happens, if you have a parent that comes to you and says something, or if you learn of something that's going on in the district and you're like, I got to get this off my chest, you kind of can do it individually. Like you can call somebody and bounce ideas off of somebody, but you really can't send a mass email out. You don't have that opportunity to speak with the board. So it's kind of hard to find that spot to, say what you got to say. So this is important. And a couple of board members really broke it down to say that there needs to be a time for this to occur. And I think they just really have to hash out the, where it's going to be. It's like a rose of a different name is still a rose. It's like, are we going to put it here? We're going to put it there. It doesn't matter as long as it happens. So I have to give a lot of credit to board member Scott Hines, Vanessa, Ruth. They really brought up some great points, and they understood the importance of this, and I think they're gonna be able to figure it out and navigate through this really quickly. Other than that, I mean, it was a long meeting, I think, just because of the curriculum storyboarding. So anyway, if you have any questions, or again, if you have a free Thursday that you want to come on out with me. It's been actually kind of fun. So, and I'll be there. So if you find me, come on and sit next to me. If you got something to say, let's, we'll sign our names up. We'll do some comments. We'll do whatever we have to do. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, remember, we are all in this together, and your voice absolutely matters. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to tell you about. So this is one of the reasons why I say your voice matters, because there was something that happened back in May when I was still on the board last school year, and that was called mixed sports competition. Now that was a hot button issue. I had a parent contact me, and they were like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'll find out. So I contacted the superintendent. He's like, we're already on it. I have about 18 other superintendents. We're all coming together to be able to tell the state. Now, if you don't know what it is if there's a particular sport that is not has dual, like male and female sports, like say volleyball. Volleyball in Menacing Valley, there's only a female sport. The state wanted to say, listen, if you don't have a male sport category for that, then they can try out for the girls' volleyball team, which is absolutely detrimental to girls' sports. It really, really is. There's so many different aspects that keep boys and girls separate. I mean, it ultimately keeps girls safe, and it keeps them able to have these spots that are going to lead to other things. Like when I play volleyball, I got scholarships for volleyball, and if there was a male who was just better than me, stronger than me, he would have took my spot, and I would have greatly been affected by that. So anyway, the point of the matter is there was a comment period, 60 days, that you could send in a letter and say, listen, this is how I feel about it. I don't think that it's right, or yeah, you do think it's right. So there must have been such an enormous amount of people who came out and said something, sent in their opinions on it, that they shelved it. The decision was supposed to be on September 25th, right? So September 25th came up. I started looking on the internet, and I saw that the state shelved it for now. Okay, so that's due to the voice of the people. We have to remember that. It is so important. When I saw that, I'm like, wow. I mean, we have to keep an eye on it, because they could just try to push it through when nobody's looking. But For now, they shelved it. And that is due to all of you guys, all of us that put our notes in, because the district put their note in. I put my note in too, because it was something that was very, very important. So when we see something that's very important, you get out there and you do your comments at the 4 minutes in the beginning of the meeting. Okay, so it's something that I want you guys to understand, that your voice absolutely matters on the little things, on the big things. And don't ever forget that, okay? So anyway, again, if you guys are free, come join me. And I think next meeting is next week. So love to see you there. I'll be there. All right, have a great rest of your day. And we're all in this together. Have a great day.